On this week's political figure episode, we've got the Congresswoman Micro Johnson won't swear in because he's too busy protecting pedophiles. Adelita Grijalva of Arizona. Adelita was born in 1970 and it is her birthday month. In fact, her birthday is October 30th, the day before Michael Myers gets all murdery. Gotta admit, a right around Halloween birthday, pretty fucking legit. There's always parties going on, people are stoked to go out and celebrate. You're not competing with 50 other million things in the middle of summer, and not everybody's burnt out from all the holiday shit in the fall and early winter. Anyway, not really relevant to anything, I'm just jealous, you know, I love Halloween. She's a Tucson native. What would you call that? Tucsonan? Her father, Raul, was also a U.S. congressman. She graduated from Pueblo High School in 1989, and she got a degree in political science from the University of Arizona in 1995. After college, she worked for Pima County Teen Court, where she helps juveniles navigate the court system and find restorative justice programs. And then in 2002, she was elected to the Tucson Unified School District Board. In this role, she advocated to keep counselors in schools because apparently Arizona doesn't feel like they're necessary. She voted against firing the board's Mexican-American education director and was the only board member to vote against shutting down the school's Mexican-American Studies program. Which is pretty bullshit that they did that because Tucson literally used to be Mexico. Lots of people there of Mexican heritage, and you'd think that they deserve to have the ability to learn about that heritage in school. In 2020, she was elected to the Pima County Board of Supervisors. There she worked on COVID recovery because, you know, 2020, but she also worked on affordable housing initiatives, environmental protection, and economic growth. In addition, she worked on fostering relationships between the county and the indigenous community, and in 2023, she was appointed chair of the board, becoming the first Latina and second woman to ever hold the seat, which is, again, crazy, because it's Tucson. There's Latinas everywhere down there. They should have better representation. And then in March, Adelita's father, Raul, who was the sitting U.S. congressman for Arizona's 7th District, tragically passed away. And Adelita announced her intention to run to fill her father's seat in an election that took place in September. An election she won by a 2-to-1 margin. So she won in a landslide in September. It's now October. That means that she is now the congresswoman for Arizona's 7th District, right? Wrong. See, for it to be official, Speaker of the House, Micro Johnson, has to schedule a swearing-in ceremony and swear her in. See, but her becoming a congresswoman poses a problem for little Johnson. Once Adelita is an official congresswoman, it's expected that she will be the 218th signature out of 218 needed on the discharge petition to release the Epstein files. And Mikey has been doing all kinds of gymnastics to prevent that from happening. In fact, the lengths he's going to stop its release are so extreme that it can't just be because he's trying to protect his pedophile president and supreme ruler. He has to be a pedophile in the Epstein files as well. I really can't think of any other explanation, and since every other Republican in Washington seems to be a pedophile, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm pretty certain that there's some damning information about Mikey in there as well. Or at least some people very, very close to Mikey who have damning information on Mikey and are threatening to release it if he doesn't go ahead and protect them. So in an effort to do that, he is refusing to swear in Adelita. Now he's blaming not swearing her in on Great Depression Donald's government shutdown here. You know, the government shutdown where Republicans would rather crash the entire government than fund essential healthcare services for them. But that's bullshit because there's absolutely nothing stopping Congress from swearing in new members or doing any work during a shutdown. In fact, it seems like an excellent time to do it since the government shut down and these motherfuckers barely work anyway. He also delayed her swearing in before the government shut down, so I'm not sure how he can blame not doing something on something that hadn't happened yet when he started not doing it. However, Adelita seems like a spitfire who has been calling Junior Touchin' Johnson out for his bullshit on not swearing her in so he can continue to protect pedophiles. And I can't wait until she is sworn in as a member of Congress to see what she does because everything I've found about her seems absolutely rock solid. She's called out the genocide and occupation. She supports universal health care. She's a fan of unions. She wants affordable housing and environmental justice, fully funded education. She's got an endorsement from Bernie Sanders. So I'm looking forward with great anticipation to what she's going to do just as soon as a little dick stops Congress blocking Arizona's 7th seat from being filled by the person who was duly elected to sit there. And until then, and also after that, fuck Micro Johnson. Also, can we just make that a thing? Because Micro Johnson should be exclusively what that man is referred to for the rest of eternity. It just works. He's small, his name's Mike Johnson, so it's just a tiny little alteration, and he's a little dick. So I hereby officially move that societally we officially change Mike Johnson's name to Micro Johnson and refer to him as nothing else ever again. All in favor, say aye. In the comments, though, because you know it's the way technology works. Anyway, good job, Arizona 7th, on electing her, and we cannot wait to see what she does when she finally gets to sit in that seat.